So I'd like to welcome you all to the San Bernardino County Fair Youth Department, and we have anything the children make, bake, or grow, they can show. So,
oh, wait a minute, that rhymed. Did you do that?
Yes, I did. I did that on purpose.
Nice.
The other thing that we use is if they make it, we will take it.
So I know that, I mean, Hesperia, I know, you told me earlier you had a week showing.
Right,
Actually,
we had a week showing
a zero showing. And I apologize as being on the school board there.
Yes.
That we need to do a better job of that. And
we would like to see more of the students involved.
We'll do a better job on that in the future here.
We'd like to see more of the students involved with our county fair. But here's a really cool thing. The students can enter the county fair and then they get a free ticket to come back. So they don't even have to pay to come and visit the fair if they enter something. So we were very fortunate this year. We did have one school that entered 60 entries. And I'm very pleased to be able to say all of those kids got tickets to come back.
And that was probably Quail Valley.
That was Quail Valley Middle School.
Well, mark one up for Snowline Unified School District.
and every child that entered something got a participation ribbon.
Nice.
So that was really, really exciting.
Well, show me some of the stuff that you're excited we want to see here.
One of the things that people don't realize that they can enter is the collections, which are right over here.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at these. There's a ton of them.
We have 8 collections that were entered this year.
Nice.
And actually there was a few more because some of the cases have 2 collections in them.
So I'm noticing, and I don't know if you can catch this over here, it's a collection of those
fidget things.
Poppy fidget things.
Yeah, the fidget things, and she's got some spinners in here. And this was a really cool display.
That is very unique. They got the donuts. I guess it's all fidgety stuff.
It's all fidget stuff.
I love it. I love it.
Right.
Then over here we got the Batman.
We've got the superhero cars.
Right.
And then we have garbage trucks.
I love it. I love it.
So that's one thing.
And always somebody's doing pets. It seems to be always somebody doing pets.
Right.
And we got I've never seen a bug collection here. That's new for me.
Now this was really cool because it actually have the bugs that are in the plastic.
Oh yes. Oh,
that was really cool.
Acrylic.
And then of course we have our best to show, keeping with our fair theme this year, which is family, food, farm, and fun at the San Bernardino County Fair. And you know our theme is fun starts here.
And I know, you know what, so I can see what Quail Valley's done is an amazing job here.
Right.
This is one of those things that I look at and say, you know what, when you get a chance, a fair, people say, well, that has to do with pies, and it has to do with quilts. Look at there's writing, and that's all over the place here.
Everything the kids do at school can be entered. Their science projects, their dioramas, 4th grade mission projects.
Right.
Okay, all of their creative writing. All of that can be entered.
Now, what are these cases across over here?
These cases over here contain stuff that kids have made.
Okay.
Including Legos.
Okay.
Including
let's swim around over here. Let's take a look and see what they've done. Just kind of go down the way here.
Christmas trees.
Right. Are these all from school sites or are these personal?
These are personal.
Okay.
These are personal. The only schools was Quail Valley.
So it's possible some of these we're seeing here are from schools because one of these I recognize.
You do?
Yeah.
Now most of these came from Yucca Valley area.
Oh, because somebody else did something very similar to Sperry High School.
Yeah. Now I do the tile projects with the kids.
Yeah.
And we actually give them the unglazed tiles.
Yep.
And we let them paint them, and then we take them and we get them fired for them.
Nice.
So.
I mean, so what we have here.
We have decorated Christmas trees and Legos.
Okay, good.
And then we have a Day of the Dead Ofrenda.
Day of the Dead, yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure where the Pepsi comes in. Where's the Pepsi come in?
Well, with Day of the Dead, you put out things that the
Oh, that's right. You are right. So that has to connect with the family.
Yes.
You're right. But no bones. We're okay.
And of course, we have painted rocks down here.
Yep.
And then a little thing about each of our farming groups that we have. We have the Grange, we have 4-H, and we have the FFA. So a little story about each of them there.
Good.
And then here we have...
Are you able to swing around there with that chair in the way there? Julia will get it. So now down here we have...
Down here we have Bling-a-Thing. And we have some duct tape projects.
Let me guess. This was done by Eric because there's an E.
No.
Oh.
No.
It was just a shot in the. It was a shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark. And then we have also embroidery, hand sewing.
Right. So I can see this is part of this is probably coming from 4-H. Good.
4-H.
Wonderful.
And then we have table settings, which is getting to be a thing of the past.
I don't know if you can swing around. Yeah, table settings. I remember that used to be really big at the fair.
Yes, we used to get 5, 6, 7, 8, and this year, unfortunately, we only have
want to turn your light, William, see if things pop. Because it's a little bit dark in the corner here. Just turn it all the way up. There you go.
So we have a Mardi Gras theme, and this young lady actually made, I think it's called king cake.
Oh, king cakes. Yes,
King cakes.
yes. I do know about
and
that.
Underneath this, and I'm going to destroy this, but that's okay. I'll put it back together for her. But she has a baby.
Oh, the baby.
In the king cake.
The baby. Did you catch the baby here? You're missing the baby.
The baby there?
Yeah.
So she did really good with that.
That's nice.
And then this.
So wait a minute. Now, what ages are we working with these two students?
This child over here is under the age of 13.
13.
This one is 13 to 17.
I see. Got it.
Okay.
All right, let's move down.
And then we have
more. What is this on this side?
This is our best to show.
Okay. Do we want to show this first?
Yeah, we want to show this.
Let's come on
first.
down here.
So this is the first time ever I've had a large ofrenda come in.
Oh.
And this would be what people would set up at their homes.
That's right.
For the Day of the Dead.
Right. That's very, very interesting.
So very first time.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we have.
Where are we going next?
Well, we can either go around or we can go. Let's come over this.
All right, let's come on down this way.
So.
Uh-oh, we got food.
We got food.
We got food
they
now.
Can enter food.
Yep.
We have preserves. So we have all different kinds of jams and jellies. We have pickles. I have pickles to the side.
Pickles.
We have pickled beets. We get pickles. We get a relish.
Each one of these is tasted.
Each one of these are
you.
No.
Oh.
Each one of these are tasted. We have a judge that actually knows what to look for with them and check the consistency.
Right.
So we do all of that with this. And in order to get best of show, you have to have what's called a headspace, which is how much room is between the top of the jar and the jelly.
Yeah.
And then you have to have the consistency, if it's too runny or if it's too thick.
Some of the things we didn't know about it.
Yeah, and then the taste. Of course, that's the most important. It has to taste good.
Now, what's right behind me here?
Right behind you here, we have past fair entries.
Okay.
So these have all been entered.
Oh, these are things from the past. Okay.
Right.
All right. Same thing on the other side.
On the other side,
Okay.
though.
Right. Oh, we got more food.
We have food.
More food.
We have food. So we have cookies, we have brownies, we have cake. I've decorated cupcakes.
Sperry Grange, like a little
have,
picture. There's two of them in here, two of the old Sperry Grange here.
Yeah. And then we have Rice Krispie treats in here.
Yeah.
And in the next one over, and of course we have best to show for the food is in the food case.
Good. And we had tasters.
We have more food. And we have something, I'm really excited about these.
Yeah?
Marshmallow animals.
Marshmallow animals.
We don't eat them, but we look at them and judge them.
So how do you taste? Oh no, you don't taste that.
We don't taste them.
That's a display item.
That's a display item, and we look to see how they made it.
Okay.
And the creativity that went into it. I just love the little chicken. I don't know if you can see the little chicken down here.
Yep,
that little chicken is the bomb.
So I'm looking at this thing, Trudy, and I mean, you got more stuff you're going to show us on this side of it.
Yes.
But I'm looking at this going, how do we get the community, the school level? Now this year was a weird. I don't even count this year, right? Is how do we get to the level of getting our local schools to participate again?
Well, one of the things that we can do is we can go out and do outreach to the schools.
Right.
And I'm all for that. All you have to do is get a hold of me. I will come out and talk to your teachers. I will talk to your students. I will go to an assembly. I will talk to the kids. That's one of the ways that we can get them to participate.
Right.
And getting that information out there is the only way that we're going to get the kids back in the fair.
So what grades do you handle? All the way to 12, or do you only go through middle school?
K through 12.
You do K-12. So their K-12 is where we need to, because we've had in the past year a lot of folks that have put in like artwork, and maybe they're just not in here.
No, well,
so now what do we do in those worlds?
Well, in art, now artwork, I can tell you I've worked with Riverside Prep,
right?
But art is not my department.
Okay.
And
so even though it's coming from students, it needs to be in the other department.
It'll be in the other department.
It's a good thing to know.
Photography and art.
Right.
So they are welcome, and in fact, I'll even go out and with my Grange, I go out and we do photo safaris and stuff. But it's just getting out there and getting the kids interested and getting them to participate.
Now you want to show us best of show. Are we ready for best of show?
We're ready for best
Let's
of show.
Head on down to. Let's head on to. Where are we going to go? This way? I'm going to follow you.
Okay, right over here.
Best of show.
And these are the cream of the crop.
Nice.
These are our best of show. And this is all ages. We have best of show from ages 5 to 12 and ages.
I'm gonna slip on this side right here because I'm gonna while you're pointing here.
Ages 13 to 17.
Somebody did that.
Yes.
I think that is pretty.
And that was one of our teen. It's an In-N-Out. If you can't read it, it's an In-N-Out burger restaurant. But that's one of our teens that did that.
In-N-Out, you need to step forward and put that on one of your shirts. Where did this one come from? Can we tell?
I don't know where the young lady lives.
Was showing this here?
Yes, her name is Kimberly.
Okay.
And Kimberly is an amazing textile artist.
So In-N-Out, here's your next shirt. In-N-Out right there. I love it.
So,
I mean, we got
everything here is best of show.
This is nice. This is nice.
We even do Legos.
Now what's on the other side? That's just
the
more
other
of them?
side is also best to show. We have ofrendas, we have a Christmas tree, and we have a miniature.
Right. Cameron, William, why don't you head that way? We're going to head around this side. You go that way, we're going to this side so we can see the rest of the best of show here.
So this was our winner for the ofrendas.
Right.
It actually beat out the big one.
Right. Oh, did it really?
Yes. And then we have an Among Us tree. And the kids, in addition to decorating the tree, they made every single one of these ornaments. They did the little Among Us figures on the ornaments. And then we have a miniature farm.
Right. Now, Trudy, next year, of course, we're talking about a year off.
Right.
Well, actually, not a year because you got to be in contact sooner. What's the best way that's the schools or this age group needs to get a hold of you?
Well, my phone number is always on the fair website.
Okay.
I'm also available through Facebook.
Okay.
I have a page that I run called SBC Youth Art.
Okay, did we get that? I think we did. So
SBC
do it one more
Youth
time,
Art.
because that's a good place to contact you. Because
you can text me anytime through there. Message me anytime.
Okay. Now, are there fees for the students at this level putting their entries in?
If they're entering as an individual, it's $1 per item.
Okay. I think everybody's
$1 per item. If
$1 isn't anything anymore.
But here's the other thing. If they're entering a school project, it's free.
Okay.
So if a teacher wants to put in 60 of her students' creative writing,
And I got to applaud her.
Yes,
I got to applaud her on that.
she's an amazing teacher.
We missed the train on that one.
We will go ahead and give them a free ticket to come back, a ribbon, and it's free for them to enter, and they get kudos as being a school that's entered.
Trudy, wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do here, because if you weren't doing this, I guess somebody else would be doing it, but you know what? They wouldn't have the heart and the passion that you have.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I've known you and for quite a while.
Yes.
You didn't remember me today, now you remember me.
Now I remember you.
So anyway, Trudy, thank you very much for sharing with us today.
I appreciate it.
So this is a great way to see how we get just a snapshot of what our local community is doing at the school level, at the young levels. Because you know what? This is where energy happens. And this energy here helps build all the rest of the energy. It just keeps compounding on top of itself. Thank you very much, Trudy. Thank you. I have found the expert that is so high up there that I feel short. And I'm here with?
I'm Jackie.
Jackie?
I'm in charge of the craft department.
She's up here. So tell us about, I know you got a lot of exciting things you want to show us here. And you know what? Show us everything that you think that we want to see. Okay. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about this. How long have you been doing this?
This is my 33rd fair.
You've been doing this for 33 years?
33 years. I started out doing the clothing and textile, which is the knitting and crocheting. And then the lady retired that was doing this one, and they asked if I wanted to come over here, and I said, sure.
She's got so much energy. I'm sitting there, I'm chasing her around trying to do the interview, and all of a sudden she's gone. And I'm joking with her. I says, well, I had a microphone in my hand. You were like running away from the microphone. No, that wasn't. This one you don't have to worry about, right?
Exactly
so show us what and the why, and why do people do this?
Okay.
I mean, we kind of have an idea, but I want to hear from you.
I can tell you why I do it. Okay, I do it because I want people that are out in the public to see things that can be done, and they'll come in here and they go, oh, I can do that. I go, okay, so enter something.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Right.
And I always tell people, don't enter to win a ribbon. enter so just the people see your items.
To share.
And then you will be surprised because odds are you're going to get a ribbon.
Yeah.
Okay? And I like learning how to do new things. Okay, I started out knitting and crocheting.
Right.
There was a lady here doing tatting one day, and I wanted to learn how to do it. So she says, sit down. So I sat down, and in like 5 minutes, she had me tatting.
So when we get the tatty, I don't know what a tatty is. So you'll share with me later when we get to that point.
I will show you when we get to the
right.
tatting.
Good, good.
So, but that's the whole thing is if you come here to the fair, you see all these different things, and you're going to say, I can do this.
I like it. I like it.
You know, and that's what we like. And then the next year, all of a sudden, we have new people entering stuff.
Well, I've known people that have been here, watched the wood carvers, and I know that they're now at the table. I know those people. I know those people.
Yeah.
So.
Now, unfortunately, this year, I'm sorry to say, our wood carvers did not come back.
Oh, no kidding.
So
Oh, that's too bad.
We did not get our wood carvers.
That's right. This year is a practice year
Yeah.
again, right?
So
this is
year
just a practice year. Next year, they're going to be full speed, right?
We hope so.
Okay.
We hope so. But I want to show you one of my favorite areas.
I want to see this. I want to see this.
This is something I would love to learn how to do. These ladies take anything and they will paint on it.
Why don't we step down here so the camera can come in here, and let's take a look at see, because you know what? I am now seeing what you're talking about here.
They will paint. We've got stuff in the cabinets over there. They've got teapots. They've got boxes. They take a piece of wood. They'll take a plate, and they will paint a scene on there. And it just absolutely fascinates me.
I mean, there's a serving tray over there, 2 serving trays.
Yep.
I mean, I'm looking at the stuff. You're right. This is just stuff that it might have been something you found on the side of the road, maybe.
Exactly. We've had people a saw. The one lady, her husband had an old saw. She cleaned the saw up and she painted this beautiful scene on it. So that's why I say they.
I mean, there's an old rusty tea kettle or teapot in there.
Exactly.
I said rusty because it made it look more exciting.
Well, that's what. Believe it or not, that's what it was when she found it.
Yeah. Wow.
And so then she painted it. I even had one lady that told me. She says, "I told my husband, don't stand still too long, or I'm going to paint you."
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But I do have to admit that picture up there is not a toll art. This here is everything's toll art.
So this is called toll art
or decorative painting.
Toll art. Where'd the toll name come in?
Now that one we're going to have to ask one of these ladies, if I can ask one of them, where did the toll art?
Where'd the word toll come from? What does that mean?
Honestly, I don't know. Carol would be the one that.
Where did Carol hide it?
Carol knows.
Carol,
we heard that you're the expert over here on what the word toll is.
What is toll art?
Came from Sweden.
From
Sweden.
Like originally, I believe. Pennsylvania.
Okay.
The Amish in Pennsylvania.
And it's just, and the way I'm hearing it here, it's just find something and paint on it, no matter what it is or wherever you got it.
That's right.
And these ladies are excellent at it. I mean, they.
Well, I'm looking at this. This is beautiful.
Isn't this stuff
absolutely beautiful
absolutely
stuff?
Gorgeous?
You know.
So, but we do have different things that they do too, because like I said, that one is not a toll art. That one is actually a new thing that's come along called diamond dots.
So, Carol, did you put some in?
I did.
Yes.
Where's yours?
Well, I have quite a few.
Do you really? Carol, show us what you have here, Carol. I know Carol from way, way, way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
I have this one up in the corner, like scarecrow.
Okay.
I have this snowman right here.
Right, right.
I have this little guy on the moon right here. Then I have some over here.
So some people out there are going, that's Carol Whitten. I know who she is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you were a principal in our district, in the Sperry School District, for a long, long time. Yeah. So I know, and you know, it's so when people see her going, I know her. Well, wonderful.
What you do in retirement?
I guess so. I think Rebecca's getting close to that. We'll have to see. She's still out there. So thank you, Carol. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Thank you, Carol.
All right, take us somewhere exciting here.
Okay. Then we're going to go over and just.
That is very. I got to stop and let's think on that.
That is another diamond dots that a lady did and entered. And those are just little beads, and you take a little dabber and you pick up the bead and you stick it on the canvas, and you make the scene.
That is. I like it. First of all, I play guitar, so I already have some involvement in it. I'm looking at this going, if you just looked at this part of it, it's just, and then you get the
see
reflection.
like trees, and then you
that's
see the
beautiful.
reflection.
Beautiful work.
Yeah.
Beautiful work.
Yeah, she's the lady that actually got me going on doing diamond dots.
Yeah. You're doing it?
I do it too.
You're doing it now.
That's mine up there.
That was yours.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful.
Thank you. So,
You got to get a shot of that one more time up there. That is absolutely beautiful. And what they are is just a whole bunch of dots you put on there.
they're little beads.
Beads?
Yeah, and you just pick them up and you stick them down on there.
So if you put a bead in the wrong spot, can you move it and put it somewhere else?
Yes, you can.
I like it. That's the easy way to do it. Oh, more toll art, right?
This is more toll art, yes.
Right, okay.
Then we go into our general crafts, is what we call it, which
Okay.
can be any kind of crafts that a person does.
Okay, so we have more toll art here. Okay, good. I mean, I'm trying to look at each object and figure out what it was. Now, some of them I can see they're just boards, pieces.
They're boards,
That's
yeah.
a platter. I'm obviously looking for like the teapot thing.
Yeah, you have a
Teapot.
teapot up there. We have a little sled that
Oh, yes, and I see it. It's up there. Yes, yes.
So, and then you've got a box that
Yeah.
somebody had and they painted it up. So
Let's take a look down here. Now we're kind of sharing some space here, so we'll just do the best we can.
Shirley.
We'll get Shirley. Tell Shirley Shirley, you're gonna be on camera with us. Shirley, too late. You already are now. So
Shirley is in charge of our flowers.
Shirley, thank you very much for what you do in here. Thank you very, very, very much.
My pleasure.
So I'm seeing a lot of leather working up here.
We
this
do
one
have a
here.
lot of leather
Okay.
working.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff, like the little Cheeto bag and stuff, that's recycled. They take items and recycle them and turn them into stuff.
What do they do with the Cheeto bag? Turn it into a purse?
Into a purse, yep.
Amazing.
So,
amazing.
Then you
I
have,
love the
like
guitar.
I said, you've got the leather.
I love the guitar. Okay.
You have more diamond dots, more different
Yeah.
kinds of crafts, scrapbooking, flower arranging.
This is anybody in the community can put in here, no matter who
Exactly.
you are, no matter what age you are, you can put
That's
in
why
here.
we have a kids department. That's why we have the adults department. So it doesn't make any difference what age you are. You
Beautiful.
can do anything you want.
So if you're a kid, you can say, I don't want to be with the kids. They can put over here maybe if they wanted to.
Up to a certain age,
Yeah.
they have to stay over in the kids department
Okay.
until they're 18,
Okay.
and then they can come over to ours.
Okay.
So
All right.
this is the African violets that
Okay.
Shirley was in
All right.
charge of. We do have a few orchids up there.
Okay.
Very delicate plants, very, very delicate.
I just for the first time, I got a chance to go out to the orchid place in Landers.
Okay, yeah.
Never been there. You got to go there. It's just orchids are an amazing piece. So are they just it's for display, or does it have something to do with the flower they're creating?
The orchids are here just on display.
Okay. So really what you're doing is you're putting a display,
Yeah.
not saying I created this orchid.
No.
Okay.
Now these here are all grown by different people.
Okay.
And they've brought them in to enter them and display them.
Good. Good.
So we have lots of different ones.
Okay. Good.
And
All right. We got a lot to see
absolutely
here.
As you can tell, we have the eggs. And
Oh yeah, the eggs.
in this particular one, we have kids and adults mixed
Okay.
in with the eggs here.
I've never really understood the eggs.
Okay, normally.
Help me understand the eggs.
Okay, normally on the
I'm going to come around this
eggs.
side so we can make sure to have the camera to our back.
Okay.
So,
Normally on the eggs, they will crack them open to make sure of freshness and stuff.
Right.
And then they judge them on size, on weight, on color. So you want your dozen eggs to be all about the same size. We have small, medium, and
I'm trying
large.
to spin around so the camera, try to keep the camera in front of us
We
here.
have small, medium, and large, so they can
Okay.
enter in whichever
Okay.
category.
Okay.
If your eggs turn out to be large instead of small, we can transfer them to
So
the proper
what
place.
happens when they maybe had a dozen and they picked the one that was sour?
They will definitely.
They pick another one? Okay, good.
They can, but they will also put a little note on your critique
You
sheet
had a sour
that
one.
lets you know that
Yeah.
you need to make sure they're a little fresher,
Right.
and that's it.
Okay, so where we come down into here,
Okay,
these are just
we're down
more.
into more of our crafts. We have plastic canvas.
Okay, I'm going to have you
This
stand on
here-
this side so you can actually. That way, you should be at the cases, not me. That way you can
These are
point.
our collections. We had two.
Okay.
We only had the 4 collections this year.
Right.
Each one is entered by a different individual. These are things that they have collected over the years.
Okay.
And they bring them in and they'll display them. And this year, this is the one that won the best of show. So
Oh, it's got the numbers on it, so you can tell what it is.
It tells you
I
a
see.
little. It tells you a little
Good,
about
good,
each one of the
good.
things that she's collected.
Good.
But those are our collections. Usually
Nice.
we have a lot more collections. This year, unfortunately, we only got a few.
Right.
So, but
Okay.
anybody that collects things can bring them in and enter them.
Okay. Take us to something different here. What do you
Okay.
want to take us next?
Let's go over by the best to show
Okay.
area, because that's a lot of this is knitting and crocheting
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead
and quilts. This is Jonita's area.
Okay. Oh, right in here. Yes.
Yeah. All of this area here, these quilts,
Okay.
your knitting, your crochet. As you see, we put the toll arts people's
Right.
stuff in here.
Oh, there's more toll art. I'm getting to be an expert in toll art.
Over here we have jewelry as well
Okay.
as a quilted pillow, and then
Okay.
we have quilts up there that are best to shows
Okay.
hanging up.
I know. It's
We have
beautiful stuff.
We have the leather
Just
in
absolutely
here.
beautiful.
This is an area that Jonita, who is in charge of the clothing and textiles,
Yeah.
she and her helpers put this area together. So.
All right. So,
And so
where are we
this-
going to go next? Now, we already talked to
you already
Trudy on
talked to
this.
Trudy on the
Trudy did a
kids.
good
Okay.
job over there with that.
Good.
So
This is just our regular flowers that people
Okay.
can enter, if whatever you
more
have.
of not potted. These are flower arrangements then.
We actually have some potted flowers, as you can see over
Right.
there. They can do flower arrangements. They can do dish gardens. They can do cut flowers. They can do any kind of flowers, anything from your garden, you can put in here.
Nice,
And
nice.
enter it. So
All right, where are we
that's
going to go
another-
next?
Okay, let's go over to baked goods and
Baked
stuff.
goods. We're going where the food is, but they're not going to let us eat any of it. I've already seen jams and jellies here.
I think Valerie might get into this. Is jams and jellies.
Okay.
That's part of Valerie's
That was the other
area.
side on that. We missed the side. Is that the honey?
That's a little honeybee up there. Yep.
No, and on the other side is there honey they're doing?
No, these are just displays.
Oh,
They've
okay.
just got a little displays and stuff.
Oh,
over here
I see what
to
it
go
is.
with
I
the
see what
honey.
this is. The competition is all right
Yeah.
here. Good.
This
Good.
is the all jams and jellies. Then
Good.
you get into the baked goods. Here's some of the
Good,
baked
good.
goods.
Oh,
that we
yes.
enter.
Yep.
You have cookies, you have breads, you have quick breads, you have cakes, you have pies.
And anybody can
Anything-
just put I got my favorite cookie recipe and I just put it in.
Exactly. And they even have a
Just like
separate
that.
category
Just
for
like
men,
that.
so the men do not have to
Oh.
compete against the women.
Oh,
So
I guess that's fair, isn't it? Is that FAIR?
trust me, it's not so fair because some of those men are better than the women.
I love it. I
So
love it.
the
I
women
love
are
it.
glad they got their
I
own
love it.
area,
I love it.
so.
I see more food here.
Yeah, we've got
Okay.
kids. That one, it has a bunch of the stuff for the kids
Okay,
in
good,
it.
good.
This one has stuff for the adults in it.
Okay.
And then you got more food here.
Now, what's this memorial over here? What is this?
This is she's got the little sign so you can read the memorial.
Okay. This is about somebody
it's called a missing man, so it was about
Oh,
you know.
okay.
And so she did her table setting, which is what that was,
Beautiful.
and then displayed it for.
Yeah.
And then she's put all of the stuff about him down
Nice.
in the cabinet. So.
Nice. Wonderful, wonderful way of doing that.
And
All right.
then we're getting down here to a lady that's demoing. She makes jewelry and all kinds of stuff. This is Leslie.
Hello, Leslie. So this is the jewelry expert area.
Yep, she does all kinds of stuff here. So she makes those little trees. She does jewelry. She does all kinds of different.
Are you doing
things.
demonstrations for people that might want to learn more about it today here? You're doing demonstrations for folks that want to learn more about it? You get them.
We were doing metal stamping, which is something new for everyone
Right.
to do. And these are some of the things later on. Here's the thing. So I'm going to be teaching how to do a herringbone wrap for a pendant. And then later I have a tree that I'm going to show how to do outside.
So these are one of the things that I'm going to go ahead and talk on. And if I'm wrong on these, grab me and say, Eric, you're wrong. You can come down to the fair and you say, you know what, I got some kind of mind that I think I could do some kind of art and craft. You come down here and I guarantee you, correct me if I'm wrong, there's going to be an expert in here that'll help you get started. Am I right?
Just about everything, yes. We have
Yes.
somebody down here that can help you.
I love that.
And learn
I love
how to
that.
do stuff, so.
I love that.
I mean, that's like I said, that's how I learned how to do several of the things that I've done.
Right.
So
What are you going to take us next?
let's go. Okay, we're getting down into photography. Down
Okay,
here, which
all
is
right.
all
That's part of your department too?
Now, this is actually the people over here. I'm going to introduce you
Okay,
to them.
okay. All right. Now,
this is-
before we leave you, what's all this in the middle here?
This is a display from the last 75 years of the fair
Oh, no kidding.
that Nikki and the fair, the kids' junior fair board and stuff have set up. This lady here
I
will be able to
probably
tell you
have
more
my
about it.
picture in here somewhere, I bet, because I've been around here a long time.
This lady here will probably
How are
be
you
able to
doing?
tell you about it. So
Well, this is neat. So this is, you just captured as much stuff as you could
from the last 75
years of the
fair.
fair and just throw it in here.
This is from the Apple Valley Legacy Museum,
Yeah.
Victor Valley Legacy Museum,
Okay.
And
Hobby
fair.
Historical Society, and all of this stuff, a lot of it was up in the top of the grandstands, getting mildewed and
Oh, no kidding.
chewed up,
No
and a
kidding.
lot of it's ruined. And Guy Burnett, when he was on the fair, called me to come and get it and do something with it. And I
Right.
spent, I don't know how many days up there. It was back when Jeff Hines was here in charge of the fair.
Yep.
And then I took like the books. This is only about maybe not even half of them. And we spent hours and days putting them back together because they were made
Oh,
with
no
rubber
kidding.
cement.
No kidding.
And anyway, there's display cases on the other side that are full of all kinds of stuff. But this is 75 years of the San Bernardino County Fair, the only fair left on Route 66 in the United States of America.
Yep.
So I can say this. See if you guys can do this. When was the first time you ever came to the fair?
I was 9 years old. I entered rabbits.
What year was that?
I'm not telling you what year that was.
Well, I'm going to tell you what year I was here. The first year I was at the fair, for me, was 1960.
Well, there's
First
books on 1960 here, I'm sure.
And
I wasn't on the desert until 80.
I think you,
Mine would have been 68. So
I got you guys beat up. Well, I think this is wonderful. Thank you for putting this effort in, because these are those things sometimes that they get forgotten so easily. And you know, somebody could have been up there at one period of time, oh, it's a bunch of junk, and just shoveled it away and not even captured
I was afraid
it.
of because it was leaking up there, things were mildewing.
Right.
And there's still a lot of stuff up there, but I tried to salvage something of anything. Have you looked on the other side?
No, we haven't got over there yet. No.
On this way, and I'll
All right, we're going to come around this way. Mr. Cameraman,
whichever way's easiest for you.
let's come around this way here. This one right here?
over here because this is.
Oh, okay. Should we come back? Let's come back around this way here, maybe. Oh, you're way on the other side over here.
Yeah, because this is what I need to start with.
Oh, I see.
All right, so the first fair was held in Forest Park. They're not sure if this was 1930 or 31, and that's the.
If you can catch this, Mr. Cameron, this is something here.
This is D7, and that is the Turner Hotel, and I believe the Victor Hotel at that time.
Are you able to swing by here and get in on this, or?
We've got a little of everything.
This was organized by Clifford Moon, the newspaper guy. And he was the editor of the Victor Valley News Herald, not the Victor Valley Press, the News Herald.
Right.
And so then there was no fair until 1947, and again they held it on Forest Park on 7th and D. Okay, and then that's where there was mainly rodeos and a carnival.
Yeah.
Then it moved up here in 1949 to this is the new fairgrounds. It's been here ever since. It can never leave here because they put in, I don't know exactly what you call it, in the charter that it can never leave Victorville. So that's why they were going to take it to Pomona one year, or take it to.
They were going to send it down further down the freeway, remember that one time? Yeah.
Cannot
Right.
because of Clifford Moon's intelligence.
Yep.
Okay, so then this book here is when the fair was here in 49, but in tents. So this is all in tents.
Oh, no kidding.
And this book here is the next oldest one. It's 53, and that's inside this very building.
See, we never think about here that a lot of fairs way back then, they didn't have buildings.
No.
They were in tents.
Right.
And this is a great example of, I hope you can see that on the camera there. And look at, even in this shot here, you can see where they have the booths in here, and you see the top part of the tent.
Yeah, and this it's in this building. See, look at the ceiling.
Oh yes, it's sure. Yeah.
But this
right.
this building, and Diane Irwin is somewhere in here in this room, and that is her dad, Chase Construction.
I love it.
And then Bob Cambridge is coming over here today, and some of the stuff around there is from his great-grandfather's Indian Museum on Bear Valley. So I have all kinds of stuff.
Well, in your timeline here, you're missing one timeline piece. It should say 1960, the first time Eric Swanson visited the fair.
All right,
where's that on there?
And the lady that runs the fair now has not looked at what I wrote on 2021.
Oh yeah.
I wanted you to pay a lot of money and drive around in your car and wave at the.
I remember we were filming. We were filming that year here. Yeah, oh my gosh. I love it. Back in business. You should put the word normal, I hope. Well, not quite. Next year will be normal, right?
Oh, we hope.
Around this
yes. See if we can catch this over here. Well, this is just amazing.
I have all the bingos. And that is a hand painted poster from 1954. That's the original. And then that one I found part of it in the grandstand, and then the guy from the trophy shop, I went and asked him if he could put something on here, so he made that and put bingo on it, and then he wouldn't let me pay him for it because he said that was his contribution.
Now, who is the trophy shop?
Bill Dodson.
Oh, okay, we always want to. If somebody does that, we always plug a name. Plug a name. I love it.
A while ago, but anyway, Bill Dodson, he has High Desert Trophy. They used to be on 7th Street, but they moved around over there by the car dealership.
Now, the artwork of the 1954, is that the first? Because that artwork there is probably more like what's been used all along, isn't it? Yeah, is that where maybe the one it started from?
Look,
here.
This is bingo. These were on the gates.
Right.
4 and gate 6.
So is that the first point that you can find that we saw bingo on there?
I don't know. I'd have to go look.
Okay, that's just interesting.
The girls with bingo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's later. You can tell by the little short shorts. That looks like 60s or something.
Now, before we came out here, we did sing bingo. We should have gone to talk to bingo, I guess, you know.
They have a live bingo out here.
There's a bingo out there, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen them yet because I've been busy, but the stuff on the bottom, that is some of the things that were actually displayed here back in the day. Some of those things are from the Buffalo Trading Post, and some of that stuff is from the Cambridge Indian Museum. I don't know if you can see that down there, but Bob Cambridge, that's his great-grandfather.
I love it. There's just so much history in this area.
We have Matate over there.
Yeah.
And this trophy, that's from Cambridge.
Beautiful.
And I have a lot more stuff that I just tried to.
Well, you know what? Thank you very much for doing this. You know what? These are the things that somebody needs to. I don't know how to call it the wild hair idea, but just the idea of saying, you know what? This stuff needs to be done because otherwise this wouldn't have got captured. You know?
Right. Well,
so,
that's why I opened the Apple Valley Legacy Museum. But could I take a picture of you guys?
Sure.
The people that are doing this filming?
You sure can.
Stand me over there.
Yeah, matter of fact, all right, so we're going to take a picture of you taking a picture of us.
That way I can get that sign in it too.
Good.
This will be for our scrapbook.
There you go. Come on in here, Julia. You're part of the team here.
Okay, there we go.
Talking to you. So are you gonna send us off to the photography department now, or we got more to see?
You can see this stuff first if you'd like. And
show us the stuff, and then you can hand us off to photography. How's that?
Shall.
Thank you very much.
These are some of our quilters. A lot of these ladies in here have done these beautiful quilts that are up here. And they're here doing demos.
You know what? This is cool.
Okay.
You know, what's cool about it is you're displaying a quilt on the table you're using, protecting it. It could be hanging, but it's right in front of me.
Yep.
I like that. I don't know why. I just do. So why do you guys, and it's maybe tough to hear you here, but if we can maybe speak up, why do you do this?
I do it mostly for the quilts I make go to CPS, Child's Protective Service.
Okay.
That's where we.
I know there's a bunch of groups that give away quilts out there. Right.
We do that. I mostly, and then to learn.
Yeah.
It's a group getting together, but mostly that's why I do it.
The stuff that you guys do is just, to me, is just through the roof.
This lady up here was our president last time.
Yes. That's beautiful. That's my tile. There's the model for the tile in my bathroom. I just take a picture of that and I say, okay, make that my bathroom. Well, it looks like it, right? But that's
I don't know. I'll check your word for that.
Well, no, you know, the little tiles in the bathroom like that. Yeah, yeah. No, that's beautiful. Look at all. So how many different segments do you think are on that?
Lois's quilt?
Yeah. No. Sarah's.
There's a lot there.
A lot of
Are you looking at the one?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Lois's.
Lois's now.
Yeah. Oh no, look at this one here. This is crazy.
So,
Or look at this one.
Yeah.
Look at this. So how long does it take? I got to ask this question here. To do a quilt like this or like one of those?
It depends if you're going to sit and continue to do it day after day, or you start another project in the meantime.
Okay, so
Have to cook dinner.
Sarah's quilt
Yes.
probably took her a good 40 hours.
Only 40 hours?
No, she's very.
Some of them are very.
She must be on her game.
What she does, a beginner quilt or doing something like that, it would take her probably 120. It just depends on your skill level. You know, Sarah's been doing it for many, many years. Lois has been doing it for many, many years. You know, so in a lot of times they're doing a pattern that they've done before, so there's a familiarity with it, and they know what shortcuts they can do and not do. On that one there, it's you have to sew it together in a specific way.
Yeah.
In other words, the pattern gets lost.
Yeah.
Right. So
The light, William.
it probably took Lois, if she sewed that, if she machine sewed that, I would say 50, 60 hours at least.
So believe it or not, I have sewn before.
Okay,
Are you guys impressed yet? Okay, I have sewn. I don't sew very often. I haven't sewn in a long time.
Darning socks?
No, actually, sewing stuff to make stuff work, you know?
Awesome.
This is hard to do to get everything lined up. I'll tell you that. This is, so,
Points have to meet together.
yeah. This is amazing. Well, thank you very much, ladies, for sharing with us. Thank you. All right, take us where we're going next.
okay, and over in these cabinets we have more knitting and crocheting.
Okay.
That was entered.
Beautiful. My mom is a big one on the crochet, and she's been doing it, I don't know how long, for a bazillion years. Makes everything.
But now we're coming into the ceramic area.
All right, let's come into the
And
ceramic area here.
ceramics is run by Joyce.
Joyce, how are you doing, Joyce? Good to see you. Good to see you. Whatever hand you want to use, I'm okay with that.
Because this actually was broken, but I'll shake.
You just tell me, oh, slow down there. Just go like that. So, oh, no, never mind.
Having trouble with this one, sorry.
So we've been going through the whole place. Ceramics is a whole different kind of an art.
Yes.
Because it takes a few extra steps to get where you wanted them going.
Basically,
Are these fired ceramics or just painted ceramics?
they're all fired.
They're all fired. See, that's
Well,
a,
they're all painted and fired.
I don't know if we can get in and take a look at these?
Say, for the eagle back there, that's a fired.
Right, okay. Oh yeah, I can see it.
Not fired, this is just painted.
Okay, good. Because I know there's two different techniques.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
I know enough to be dangerous sometimes.
Yeah, there's actually three, you know.
Three? What's the third?
Well, first of all, you have to get a bisque. Okay, and that's your second firing.
Okay, let's talk about, because maybe a lot of people that are watching don't understand what a bisque is. Let's go ahead and,
Well, okay, you get what they come out of the mold, they call that greenware.
right.
Okay, you have to clean it, get it all prepped and ready, then you fire it. And then that comes to be your bisque,
Okay,
which is what you see here.
right.
And then if you choose to use acrylic paints and use a matte spray, you don't have to put it in the kiln. But like the eagle, if you want to do that, you use a glaze. You paint it, use glaze
Right,
paint,
right.
and fire it again to get that kind of effect.
Now, where do most of the people in your group have their own kilns?
No.
Or do you guys just have a common one? It's part of a club or something that you use? Or?
So right now we try to find a kiln for mostly women too.
Because your oven in your house just doesn't get hot enough, right?
It will get hot enough, but it's too expensive.
Run to set it at 500 degrees forever or something. Is 500 degrees enough? I thought it had to be hotter than that.
It depends on
Yeah.
what you're firing.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It depends on whether you're doing a regular firing
Yeah.
or you're doing gold or mother of pearl. It
Right.
depends on your cones.
Well, this is beautiful stuff. This is, I just love it. We've been sharing all the different types of arts in here today. And it's like, what we were talking about before, is somebody come here and had an interest, you guys would help them and help them get started, wouldn't you? Yeah. And that's the exciting thing about it. I think a lot of people are nervous. They want, kind of say, well, I really want to do that, but I don't want to look like the stupid person here. And I bet you guys take care of those people really good. So.
Do our best.
Yes.
And then
yes.
there's a second category, plasters. Tell them about the
Oh
plasters.
yeah, we do have plaster crafts.
Okay.
Which is, it comes out of a casting mold too.
Right.
And you don't have to fire it or
Right.
nothing. You just clean it, paint it, and you're done.
All done. I
Behind
love
you is
Yeah,
the line,
because,
the line over there. It's plaster.
Oh, the one behind William here?
behind.
Right behind William?
Yeah,
Which one?
Okay.
right there.
The one in the middle there?
Yeah,
That's plaster.
That's plaster.
Yeah.
The lion head is plaster.
Yeah. Good. Well, very good, ladies. Thank you very much for sharing with us today. Thank you very much. And I'll just put it out there and you squeeze whatever you want to squeeze. All right. Thank you.
All
Where are you
right,
taking us next?
I'm going to take you down and introduce you to the photography.
We're on
and
our
fine
way
arts.
to photography now. Exciting. That's an old sign. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
So were you impressed that I was 1960?
Yes, I definitely am. So- And these two are the ones that are in charge of photography and fine arts.
Okay, so to me, not to take away from that area over there, this is the area sometimes that drives me the most. And the reason is because this is one of the biggest things at some of our schools. See, I sit on the school board in Hesperia. Hesperia High School is one of the top art schools in the valley. I'm sure you guys know that.
Yes.
And because they have good leadership over there with, with
Absolutely.
Campbell over there and so forth. And do we have a lot of stuff from Hesperia here this year? Or did we lose a little bit?
We lose a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say our entries are down by half in photography, adult fine art, and children's.
Now I know this, that there are some of our two top ones could not be shown here or even be displayed here because they were picked to be shown in Washington, D.C.
Well, they're winning.
They're up there, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. So who would be the people in the valley, besides school districts, that would actually put an entry in here?
Actually, we have quite a bit of people that document their gardens or their pets or things along that nature where they
Right.
want to see their things and show off their work here at the fair.
So really what we're showing today is just really art and photography. Do we get into anything else here? Or
Yeah,
just
we have sculpture.
Sculpture's good,
So
good.
we have sculpture, fine art, children's art, and then the photography, both children and adults.
Maybe you could take us around, just give us a taste of what's
Sure.
happening here, and William can follow us around the room here. Where'd you like to take us first?
We can go down this wall.
Okay.
People really enjoy coming to see their artwork once it's up on the wall.
Oh,
see
definitely,
the ribbons
definitely.
that they get with that.
So my daughter, Julia, what year did you win here? 4 years ago?
2 years ago.
Oh, sorry. I'm making it really, really old here. And I think it was the exciting thing was, what was it? Photography, right? It was all photography.
No, I had painting and
Painting
Yeah.
and photography. So,
And it is exciting when you walk in the door, you find your piece, and there it is, and there's a ribbon on it, you know?
right. And I know the schools up here in the area, and we're trying to do the same thing. Maybe we need to head around this way here so that we don't get the light from the door here.
You got it.
William, you want us to come around this side? Is that good? So, one of the things that we look at is, and I can see, then you can help share with what you're thinking in here is to try to get that artistic, because that's where the student gets a chance to explain themselves,
And express themselves.
express themselves. So It just was. I don't have my traffic cop out here.
We need a little cone.
Right, little cones. So they get a chance because that's what students love to do.
Exactly.
Now, what part of the department are the student ones? Are they just kind of spread all around?
Well, we have a lot of the children's fine art in this area, and then in photography, they're also in the center column.
So I'm guessing because of all the ribbons, what we were looking at a second ago, that's best of shows?
That would be your adults. Our best
Okay.
shows are actually hung on a column.
Let's go around and take a look at that.
Okay.
Let's look at that.
got
So let's run over this way here.
So we have best of shows on this wall.
Wonderful.
We have best of shows around on the other side.
Okay.
We've kind of integrated them throughout the fair, if you will.
So you mentioned that the numbers are down this year. Why do you guys think that that's the case here?
Well, and this is just me thinking
Good.
out loud, I think that children being homeschooled for the past 2 years because of the pandemic, I think that they've missed the arts and crafts and they're doing things with their hands. I don't think that maybe they got the full effect of that through the internet school teaching that was going on during the pandemic.
Good point.
You
Yeah,
know?
good point.
And to do those paint nights, we need to bring all that stuff back and get them re-involved in expressing themselves in other medias other than things that aren't productive.
You should be the spokesman for the whole valley. You just explained the whole thing, I believe, in a nutshell. You know, because what art is, an expression. It's a.
Exactly.
I mean, I love getting around to some of our school sites and talking to the students and saying, what do you think about things? What are things that are. What is it? No matter if it's playing football, because they're all arts.
Yes.
Football's an art.
Absolutely.
Painting is an art. Photography is an art. They're all arts.
Yes.
So, but these are all ways to express yourself in different ways, and
In a
I think
positive manner.
yes, and I think you just totally. I could have said it better. So, show us now. What else do you think we should be seeing here?
Oh, I
can
would
see now you.
definitely
It
make
looks
sure-
like you have an area all set up here for the kids.
I do, and it's for the adults too. 'Cause
Oh, it
sometimes
is.
our feet get tired and our kids want to run around and we need to sit down and relax. So it gives the children something to do and the adults the opportunity to rest their feet.
So-
I do ask the adults to color while they sit here too. You know, it's fun to be a kid again.
Yeah. So maybe my camera team, when they're tired, they'll end up coming over here. Where do you want to take me next?
I'll take you over here.
Well, while we're going there, can we go buy the sculpture stuff here?
Absolutely.
And so I love the tree there. The tree is pretty.
Actually, I'll take you around and introduce you to the artist.
The artist is here. I'd love to talk to the artist on that.
So she
I don't know if you
actually
can
did the tree and this butterfly necklace piece.
Is that the?
Yes, that's
Oh,
Leslie.
we already talked to her, Leslie, over there. Yeah.
So she did
Beautiful.
both of these pieces.
Beautiful.
And then we had some beautiful paper mache come in.
All right, we got paper mache on this side.
Does Brent Gaddis still own the station?
Look at that.
You look dumbfounded.
Well, that's not easy to do.
No, it's all carved out of stone.
Yeah.
And this piece actually stands up completely and it looks like the head's floating there. But I didn't want somebody to bump into it and knock it over.
Good point. Yeah.
So I leaned it backwards. It's not supposed to be that way, but that's the best way I could display.
Very, very good. He did a wonderful job on that.
He does do a
Wonderful
wonderful job
job.
with stone. And then we have wonderful paper mache done by adults as
I
well.
like that. Like that.
Yes.
Okay.
And some of the artwork that we have this year just is phenomenal.
All right, so I got to ask this. What stuff is from Asbury High School? Because if I don't give them, or the school district ones, and I don't get a plug going, Eric, you didn't go over to the school stuff. So what stuff do you know here that's from the school
I
districts?
would have to look back and find out and find that area.
Oh, would you?
because we just,
It's too mixed.
It's too mixed.
All right, so at least I can say that I tried. I tried to figure out where they were.
We try to keep it integrated.
So thank you very much for sharing with us today, because I think this is part of our community, and you're right, because I remember when we used to even host it over there in the other building, you know, the Alaska building, and it's, I don't know why we're not over there
We're
again,
down by half.
and that's the reason?
Fine art and photography couldn't fill up that building.
Oh,
We could fill up
well, I
half.
remember it was just art there for a long
It was
time.
just art for
Yeah.
the longest time,
Yeah.
and then integrated to art and photography, and then they integrated the kids' art into it.
So I don't know if a lot of you are aware of in the valley here that one of the buildings, one of the community buildings burned down, what, 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
COVID.
I don't even know, a long time ago. And that kind of shifted things around. Of course, the COVID hit, but a lot of this art was down in the building that we used to know as for the gambling building,
Yes,
for the
yes.
horse racing building.
Yes.
And so a lot of it was kept in there because it's really a tight little room there. So maybe it'll come back there.
Hopefully.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us today. Very, very good. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this here because we just got a chance to show you the art in here. There's more things to show here today, and we're going to try to get around and see some other things that are going on here today. Try to set it up as quick as you can so you can see a reason why you are not down here is the wrong reason. You need to come on down here to the fair.
And enter next year.
That's right. And thank you very much. And get your entry in here.
Yes,
exactly.
please.
All right, good deal. Thank you very much. How can you have a fair without a midway? And at San Bernardino County Fair here in Victorville, look at here. There's so much. Look how far it goes down there. This is amazing. I tell you what, Davey Hellman, what he does with his group here, we got to really applaud him because he brings everything that everybody wants to do here. Just look down here for a moment. So what's a fair without barbecue? What are we barbecuing tonight? What are we barbecuing? Ribs? Ribs and turkey legs, right? Yeah. There we go. Very, very good. Again, how do you actually have a fair without having turkey legs and ribs? And over here they got full chickens and everything. What a nice thing. We're still going down the midway down here. How do you go to the fair without getting a funnel cake? This is one of the things when it comes to barbecue, funnel cakes, corn dogs. We haven't found one of those yet, but I'm sure they're here. I guess you could come here and have your palm read. They even have that here at the fair.
Right doors, this one right here, building 1.